Good afternoon, students. In the previous class, we have seen what about the combustion reaction. Okay, here it is there. This is the second chemical property of alkanes, in which what is meant by combustion reaction? Alkanes will undergo reaction with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water vapor, along with enormous amount of heat energy. And in the heat energy means energy in the form of light or heat energy. That process is called combustion. Okay, this is the general representation of combustion reaction of alkanes. This is the general representation of combustion reaction of alkanes. Like that, I took examples here. C2H6, how it will undergo reaction. In previous topic, we have seen for methane also. Okay, now in this class, we will continue this combustion, but sometimes if you supply limited amount of air or very less amount of air, then that alkanes will undergo incomplete combustion. Okay, what about that incomplete combustion we will see under this continuation only. After that we will go for third chemical property. Is it okay now? Now let us see what happened, what about this explanation of incomplete combustion. Let us see that one. Alkanes they will undergo alkanes they will undergo incomplete combustion because of less amount of oxygen. Because of less amount of oxygen, they will undergo incomplete combustion. Let us consider any one alkane. That alkane is C2H6, undergoes reaction with O2. C2H6 undergoes reaction with oxygen to form carbon plus H2O. Carbon powder will be remained. That carbon powder is in the form of black color. It is in black color. That one will be remained as residue. Okay, so this C2H6 undergoes reaction with O2 to form carbon plus H2O. Balancing of this reaction, we will see that one. C2H6 plus O2 gives rise to C plus H2O. 2C plus 3H2O. Then 2C2H6 plus 2O2. 1 minute. 2C2H6 means 4C. 2 6 are 12. 6H2O plus 3O2. See this one. If you supply less amount of oxygen, then alkane will undergo incomplete combustion. Normally, this ethane requires 7 moles of O2. In previous topic, we have seen combustion completely. If it wants to undergo complete combustion to form carbon dioxide and water vapor, it requires 7 moles. But we are providing only 3 moles of O2. Then it will undergo incomplete combustion. This ethane will undergo incomplete combustion to form carbon plus H2O. Okay, this is called incomplete combustion. If a substance undergoes complete combustion, we will get carbon dioxide and water vapor correctly. When that is happened, when we supply enough amount of oxygen. Correct amount of oxygen if you supply, it will be formed like that. Otherwise, like this, carbon powder will be formed. Okay, this is called incomplete combustion. Note down this reaction, all of you. Okay, next we will go for third chemical property, that is controlled oxidation. What is the third chemical property? Controlled oxidation. Okay, so alkanes will undergo reaction with oxygen only. alkanes will undergo reaction with oxygen in the presence of suitable catalysts. In the presence of suitable catalysts, okay, they will undergo reactions in a particular way to form different types of products. Under controlled oxidation, we are controlling the reaction. Our understanding, only one thing difference is between combustion and controlled oxidation. Combustion reaction, simply we are keeping the alkane in the atmosphere and we are burning that one. Atmosphere contains so much amount of oxygen. Okay, this one will require how much amount of oxygen. According to that, it will require and it will react with oxygen to form the products carbon dioxide and water vapor. That is enormous amount of oxygen. How much amount of oxygen is required? With that amount, they will react. Okay, incomplete combustion is limited amount of oxygen we will supply. That is restricted. Same like that here also, controlled oxidation. In laboratories, we are selecting suitable catalysts. Along with that, selective amount of oxygen we will supply to form different types of products, whatever we want. That is called controlled oxidation. This is totally under control of ours. Is it okay, ma'am? That is called controlled oxidation. Now, how this controlled oxidation reactions are explained? Let us see examples, ma'am, all of you. Before going to that one more time I am explaining combustion reaction. Okay, let us consider we are burning crackers at the time of Diwali. Okay, those are all nothing but combustion only. Simply we are burning the cracker in presence of atmosphere. Atmosphere contains large amount of oxygen. So these crackers react with amount of oxygen required for them and they will form products. Like that, if you keep alkanes in the atmosphere and if you burn that one, they will undergo how much amount of oxygen they require. With that amount of oxygen, they will react and to form the products. That is normal combustion reaction. Okay, under incomplete combustion, if you supply limited amount of oxygen, then it will be happen incomplete combustion. Now under controlled oxidation, we are selecting the catalyst also. According to catalyst and amount of oxygen supplied, products formed will be varied. Okay, that one how it is going to be explained. Let us see. CH4 will undergo reaction with oxygen. CH4 will undergo reaction with oxygen in presence of copper catalyst at 523 Kelvin and 100 atmospheres pressure. CH4 will react with oxygen in presence of copper catalyst at 523 Kelvin under 100 atmospheres pressure. We will get CH3OH, methanol. We will get methanol as the product. Okay, here balancing of the reaction is 2 moles of CH4 react with oxygen to form 2 moles of CH3OH. How many oxygens are required here? 2 oxygens are present, no? So 2 oxygens present. This is balanced only. 2 carbons, 2 4s are 8 hydrogens, 2 3s are 6 plus 2, 8 hydrogens. Oxygens are also 2. Okay, in this way the reaction will be taken place. Methane will undergo reaction with oxygen in presence of copper such that 523 Kelvin at 100 atmospheres. We will get methanol as the product. Here, controlled oxidation. We are supplying limited amount of oxygen as well as we are using the catalyst. Depending on the catalyst also, the products varied. That one clearly we will understand in next year surface chemistry chapter. Now, is it okay? Now this is first reaction. Note down all of you. Next, second reaction. CH4 plus O2 gives rise to MO2O3. This is in the presence of molybdenum oxide. Catalyst is molybdenum oxide, molybdenum oxide, we will get HCHO, methanol, we will get methanol plus H2O, water also. Okay, now this one balanced reaction or not, let us check that one. Oxygens 2 are there, here also 2 are there, carbon 1 carbon here, hydrogens totally 4 are there, 1 plus 1 2, 2 2 4, so everything it is balanced. Now CH4 reacts with O2 in presence of MO2O3, molybdenum oxide. See, previously also 1 mole of oxygen only we supplied. Now also we are supplying 1 mole of oxygen only, but we changed the catalyst. When catalyst is changed, product formation is also changed. That one clearly you will understand in next year 12th class surface chemistry chapter. Okay, selective catalyst, like that one topic is there. In that we will study that one. Okay, one more time. CH4 reacts with oxygen in presence of copper at 523 Kelvin and 100 atmospheres, we will get methanol. CH4 reacts with O2 in presence of catalyst MO2O3, molybdenum oxide. Okay, it will undergo oxidation. These two undergoes reaction to form methanol plus H2O. Okay, next one more reaction. C2H6. 2 moles of C2H6 reacts with oxygen in presence of CH3COO twice Mn. Name of this compound is manganese oxide, manganese acetate. Name of this compound is manganese acetate. Okay, we will get CH3COOH plus 2 moles of water. Now, whether it is balanced reaction or not, oxygens how many are there? 2 are there. Here 2 plus 2, 4 are there. So here 2. Now see that one, how many carbons now? 2 2s are 4 carbons. Then here 2 will be. Oxygens 4 plus 2, 6 more. Then here 3. This is the balanced equation. 2C2H6 plus 3O2 gives rise to 2CH3COOH. 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. Okay, plus 2H2O. When ethane undergoes reaction with oxygen in presence of catalyst manganese acetate, we will get acetic acid plus water. These are the reactions under controlled oxidation. Here also we are using oxygen only. In previous one also we are using oxygen only. In combustion also. But the difference is in combustion reaction, along with products CO2 and H2O, we will get energy in the form of light or heat energy. Energy will be released in the form of light or heat energy. Suppose LPG we are using in homes, gas cylinder. The gas cylinder will be connected to stove and we will burn that one. Okay, when it is getting burnt, that gas through pipe it will come through the stove and it will catch the fire. It will catch the fire. While it is catching fire, surrounding it has oxygen, so that gas which is coming out, it contains hydrocarbons only. It will react with oxygen to give out light. That light only we are able to see, as well as energy, heat energy. That energy we are using for cooking purposes. That is called combustion reaction. Okay, here also reaction with oxygen only, but we are getting products with no emission of energy. These are normal chemical reactions which are called oxidation reactions. That is the difference between combustion and oxidation. I hope you understood, my everyone. Okay, this is also reaction with oxygen, that is also reaction with oxygen. Combustion is one form of oxidation only, but releasing of energy will be happened. Enormous amount of energy will be released in the form of heat energy or light energy. Okay, but here normal chemical reaction will be taking place with varieties of products. This is under third chemical property, controlled oxidation. One more reaction is there, that one I will write. Before that, note down these 3 reactions, all of you, carefully. Next, under this controlled oxidation only, fourth one, if you have any tertiary hydrogen, that means tertiary carbon hydrogen is called tertiary hydrogen, no? CH3, CH3, CH3. This is tertiary carbon only, so this is tertiary hydrogen. This one will undergo reaction with alkaline KMnO4 to form COH, CH3, CH3, CH3. This one directly undergoes oxidation, gaining of an oxygen. Oxygen will be gained to form alcohol. Name of this compound, this one is 2-methylpropane. 2-methylpropane. This one, name of this compound is 2-methylpropan 2-ol. 2-methylpropan 2-ol. This is fourth reaction. If a tertiary carbon contains hydrogen, okay, this type of compound 2-methylpropane undergoes oxidation with alkaline KMnO4. This is another reagent, alkaline KMnO4 to form this product. These are the controlled oxidation reactions, totally 4 we have seen. Okay, first one, reaction with copper at 523 Kelvin and 100 atmospheres. Second one, reaction with molybdenum oxide. Third one, reaction with manganese acetate. Fourth one, reaction with alkaline KMnO4. Okay, in this, what is the difference between oxidation and combustion reaction? I said clearly. That one clearly remember. Next year also these oxidation reactions are highly useful for you. Okay, ma? We will go to next chemical property, fourth one. Okay, before that, note down this reaction carefully. Under fourth one, heading is isomerization. Isomerization means conversion of one compound into isomers. That process is called isomerization. For this, I am taking one example, that is hexane, N-hexane. CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. This hexane undergoes reaction with anhydrous AlCl3 such that HCl. N-hexane or hexane reacts with anhydrous AlCl3 such that HCl. Okay, we will get isomerization in which we will get isomers of this hexane. Those are CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. 2-methylpentane, 2-methylpentane plus CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3, 3-methylpentane. What are the products we are getting, 2-methylpentane, 3-methylpentane. Observe correctly, these two compounds and this compound have same molecular formula, but these are different in chains. These are chain isomers. Okay, normal straight chain compound is converted to isomers, 2-methylpentane and 3-methylpentane. These are the isomers of hexane. Okay, normal compound is converted to its isomers by using the catalyst anhydrous AlCl3 such that HCl. That is called isomerization. That process name is called isomerization. This is fourth chemical property. First chemical property, substitution reactions. Second chemical property, combustion. Under that combustion itself, We have seen incomplete combustion also. Third chemical property, controlled oxidation. We have seen. Fourth chemical property, that is isomerization. Okay, if you are clear, note down this. We will go for next chemical property, ma. Okay, ma. Let us see what about the fifth chemical property. The fifth chemical property name is aromatization. When normal straight chain compound is converted to its isomers, that process is called isomerization. Like that here, when a normal alkane undergoes reaction, okay, to form aromatic compounds, that is called aromatization. To form aromatic compounds, that is called aromatization. Okay, let us see that aromatization, ma. Hexane CH3 CH3 CH2 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 CH3. This is normal hexane only. For our convenience, I wrote like this, ma. Normal hexane only. See, straight chain only. But for understanding purpose, I wrote like this. Okay, this one will undergo reaction with MO2O3 or V2O5. Okay, at 773 Kelvin, 10 to 20 atmospheres. These are the catalysts and temperature and pressure condition, ma. Okay, any one we can use molybdenum oxide or vanadium oxide. Any oxide we can use it as catalyst. Okay, at that time what is going to be happen? Observe, from here 2 hydrogens are removed. We will get double bond here. From here 2 hydrogens are removed. One hydrogen from this carbon, one hydrogen from this carbon. One hydrogen from this carbon, one hydrogen from this carbon. You will get double bond here. Here 2 hydrogens from this carbon and 2 hydrogens from this carbon will be removed. You will get, because of one hydrogen removal, we will get one bond. Because of another hydrogen removal, we will get another bond. Like that, we will get benzene ring. Here double bond, double bond, double bond. Benzene is the aromatic compound. Benzene is the aromatic compound. Totally, how many hydrogen molecules are removed? From here, one hydrogen molecule is removed. From here, one hydrogen molecule is removed. From here, 2 hydrogen molecules are removed. Totally, 4 hydrogen molecules are removed, ma. Totally, 4 hydrogen molecules are removed. By that, we got benzene. Actually, sir, here carbons are there, benzene representation. It is bond line representation, ma. Okay, benzene structure is CH, single bond CH, double bond CH, single bond CH, double bond CH, single bond CH, double bond. That is the structure of benzene. See, previously three hydrogens are there here. 2 hydrogens from this carbon, 2 hydrogens from this carbon are removed. Because of one hydrogen removal, one bond is formed. Because of another hydrogen removal, another bond is formed. Here, because of one hydrogen from this carbon and one hydrogen from this carbon, we got double bond. Here, because of one hydrogen from this carbon and one hydrogen from this carbon, we got double bond. Like that, we got benzene structure. Benzene. Formation of aromatic compound from normal alkanes is called aromatization. Formation of aromatic compounds from normal alkanes is called aromatization. Okay. For example, one more example I will show for you. That example is heptane CH3 CH2 CH2, 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 CH3. Okay, observe here. From here hydrogens are removed. From here hydrogens are removed. From here also hydrogens are removed. Here double bond we will get. Here double bond, here double bond. Then we will get CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH, double bond, CH, single bond, CH, double bond. This is representing like this, which is called methyl benzene. Which is called methyl benzene. In this way, we can say we can explain aromatization. Conversion of this open chain alkanes will be converted to aromatic compounds. This is also aromatic compound, methyl benzene. Okay, this process is called aromatization. This process is called aromatization. Everyone are clear now? This is fifth one. We will go to next sixth one. Note down this. Here one important thing is, from here to here conversion also 4 moles of hydrogen will be removed. In this reaction we are removing hydrogen. That's why this is called dehydrogenation. In this process we are going to remove hydrogen. That's why this is called dehydrogenation. That's why this is called dehydrogenation. D means removal. Hydrogen we remove. That's why this process is also called as dehydrogenation. That's why this process is also called as dehydrogenation. I hope you understood, everyone. This is fifth one, that is aromatization. Next we can go to sixth one, that is reaction with steam. When alkanes react with steam, steam is nothing but water vapor only. In presence of nickel catalyst, delta means heating. Delta is nothing but heating. Okay, at 773 Kelvin like that, simply if you represent delta in reaction, it is enough. CH4 plus H2O to form carbon monoxide plus H2. C plus O will be combined to form CO, carbon monoxide. H4 and 2 hydrogens will be combined to form hydrogen gas. Okay, ma? CH4 plus H2O reacts to form CO plus H2. This is called water gas. That is called water gas. This is about reaction with steam. CH4 reacts with water vapor to form CO plus H2. CH4 reacts with H2O to form CO plus H2. Is it okay? This is reaction 6 mark. Next, final reaction, 7th one. Let us see that one. That is pyrolysis. Conversion of larger alkanes into smaller ones. Conversion of larger alkanes into smaller ones by heating is called pyrolysis. Conversion of larger means alkanes with more number of carbons will be converted to lighter alkanes or lighter alkenes. Lighter means less number. See, alkanes with higher number of carbons will be converted to, okay, lower alkanes or lower alkenes or lower alkynes, lower hydrocarbons by heating is called pyrolysis. By heating is called pyrolysis. We will see one example now. Before that, note down the definition all of you. Conversion of larger hydrocarbons into smaller hydrocarbons by heating is called pyrolysis. Conversion of larger hydrocarbons into smaller hydrocarbons by heating is called pyrolysis. Is it okay, ma? Shall I go to example now? I will go to example. Before that, note down the definition all of you. First, C6H14 heated at 773 Kelvin. It can be converted to C6H12 plus H2. See, C6H14, it is hexane. It is converted to hexene plus H2. This is one possibility. Next, second possibility, C4H8 plus C2H6. This is alkene, this is alkane. Both are with less number of carbons. This is contained by 6 carbons, both are with less number of carbons. Okay, another possibility, C3H6 plus C2H4 plus CH4. 6 plus 4, 10, 14. 3 carbons, 2 carbons, 1, 6 carbons, like that. So any possibility it is possible here under pyrolysis. Higher hydrocarbons converted to lower hydrocarbons. These are all possible products. When hexane undergoes pyrolysis, these are all possible products. Okay. When it is heated at 773 Kelvin, we are going to get these are the products. This is seventh one, which is called pyrolysis. Conversion of higher hydrocarbons into lower hydrocarbons by heating is called pyrolysis. Okay, these are the 7 chemical properties of alkanes. Now I am going to recall them. First one, substitution reactions. Under substitution reactions, we have seen reaction with chlorine as well as its mechanism, free radical mechanism also we have seen. Second one, combustion reaction. In that combustion reaction also, we have seen incomplete combustion. Third one, controlled oxidation. Okay. Fourth one, under controlled oxidation, what are the products? Please practice them. Okay. Fourth one, isomerization. Conversion of normal straight chain compound into its isomers is called isomerization. Fifth one, aromatization. Normal straight chain compound will become, or alkanes will be converted to aromatic compounds. That process is called aromatization. We are using catalysts everywhere. Okay, that is fifth one. Sixth one, reaction with steam in presence of nickel and heating. Next, final one, seventh one, that is pyrolysis. Conversion of higher hydrocarbons into lower hydrocarbons by heating is called pyrolysis. These are the 7 chemical properties which were undergone by alkanes. Okay, after this we have to go through one special topic under alkanes, that is called conformations. That one we will see in next class. I hope you are clear about the concepts which we have dealt in today's class. Okay, ma'am? Thank you all of you. Have a nice day.